Coffee with the Mighty Miracleman time. Today, I have a special guest for you. I'll let her introduce herself. Hi, Tanya. Would you introduce yourself and tell us a bit about yourself and what you do?
Sure. My name is Thalia Baudin. First and foremost, I'm a mother to 18-year-old twins, Lance and Trinity. Lance has severe autism. Uh, he's got spectrum behaviors, I should say. Trinity she's doing well. She doesn't have her issues are not as severe, but she's 18 and she's a teenager. Um, I dedicate my life to my kids primarily. And in the past, I've run a nonprofit advocating for CBD laws to be changed. But now that seems a goal that has been accomplished, um, I'm mostly, am a stay-at-home mom and a wife. That's what I do.
That's wonderful. So, can you tell us a little bit more about how you got started with this and
Sure.
especially about the life-changing technology? I I remember you talking about off this call.
Yes. So, what you're referring to are the redox cell signaling molecules that changed my life. I had a frozen shoulder. I had done 365 days of yoga straight as a challenge. Some days was only 10 minutes, but a lot of days was full classes. And I'm 53 years old, and my cells aren't signaling the way they used to. And I ended up injuring my shoulder. And then my range of motion was severely limited. I could just barely cross my arms like this. And a friend found me on Facebook. We didn't know each other at the time, but we were talking about nebulizing different things to kill viruses and what we had done during the pandemic and blah blah. And she had suggested the ASEA cell signaling molecules to me as an alternative. And I thought, well, I'd give it a try. She thought the gel might help my shoulder. So I got the product and I rubbed the gel on 3 times in 5 minutes. And within that 5 minutes, I went from this much range of motion, that's all I could do, to this much range of motion, which was a huge, drastic improvement. I love your reaction. So it was a big uh, change inside of 5 minutes. And that was enough to convince me to try the liquid. I tried that liquid and the energy that I got from it was incredible. And it wasn't like from an energy drink or from coffee. It didn't feel like a stimulant. I just felt more alive, I guess is the word. And my husband came home that day and he noticed a difference. And so I decided with such a drastic experience that I would try putting the whole family on it because everybody had their individual issues. And everyone got some improvement. My daughter said she felt better at work. My husband had some aphasia from an neurological incident he had had the month before, but his aphasia improved and he had more energy. He started working out in the hot sun. Like everybody was just doing better, except for my son. He was getting worse. So I noticed he was having trouble sleeping and his behaviors were not improving. And so, but I wanted to push through with him because I recognized that this might be some kind of detoxification or something along those lines. So I decided to push through with him, and I'm glad I did because what ended up happening for my son is I'd lowered the dosage, first of all, and then worked him back up. And once we kind of worked back up with him, I started noticing a lot of improvements. So he just seemed a little more focused. His language seemed more intentional. He wasn't just saying stuff over and over again. There was purpose behind it, and some things I couldn't put my finger on, but the biggest wow moment came when we went down to the coast for Thanksgiving. Every year he would go to this little ceramic shop and paint something, and he would always paint whatever it was. He would paint it all red, just like this truck here. Everything would be all red, whether it was a fire truck or ATV, always some kind of vehicle. But every year, that's what he would do. And this year, he asked for more colors and he painted the light yellow and the handlebars black and the wheels black. And it was just a lot more detailed. And that was a big deal for us. I mean, I went on live on Facebook to show people because I was so excited. I couldn't believe it. And normally he would spend 10 minutes just painting everything all one color. And I'd be lucky to get 2 coats on there from him. But this time he spent like 40 minutes in the store, like really focused. So I knew something had changed. And then we were able to take him to the big grocery store the day before Thanksgiving when the most amount of people were there. And um, he did great. And he's just more compliant. He's not running off. He tends to tell us where he's going before he goes. And just today, if I don't go to the bus stop with him, he'll take off toward the bus when he sees it. He'll start going down the road toward the bus when he sees it. And it's been driving the bus driver and the aide crazy. So I have to go out to the bus stop and, and he doesn't like that. He's 18. He wants to be able to go to the bus stop by himself. But just this week, I've been able to back off of that. And the last few days, I've been getting texts every day that he is staying at the bus stop. He's waiting for the bus to come to a complete stop. So his bus aide and his driver are excited. His teacher is sending me texts that he's spending a full 60 minutes in a PE class that normally he could only attend 10 or 15 minutes. He just didn't have the focus. So we're seeing huge things with my son, and that's got me very excited.
That's super exciting.
Yes, it is. It really is. We're really excited.
What's one thing you would like people to know about you, and what you do as a mom of these kids? They sound awesome.
I don't know. One thing I guess I'd want people to know about me is that we've tried everything under the sun with my son. We've gone to Panama twice for stem cells. We've done every supplement. We've treated for parasites. We've treated, we did chelation. We've done so many things for my son, and he just hasn't responded to anything the way he's responded to this. But these are not traditional, like a nutritional supplement that goes through the digestive system and all of that. These molecules are teeny tiny. They're absorbed through the mucosa, and they're not they don't have to go through the full digestive process. They're absorbed, quickly. I think even before they hit the digestive system. I'm not entirely sure about that, but that's my understanding. And so what they're doing is they're helping the cells signal so that the cells can use the nutritional supplements or the good foods that you're eating or whatever it is that you're doing, your other treatments and modalities, that people can respond better to that stuff because the cells are signaling properly and know what to do with the things that you're introducing. So that's got me excited to try things again, things that didn't work for my son in the past. I'm real excited to get back to those things and give it another go. I mean, it's just given me a lot of hope.
I think you're referring to the small size being so small that they can actually pass through the blood-brain barrier, which pharmaceuticals cannot.
Yes, you're right. They are that small. They can pass through the blood-brain barrier. That is an understanding that I have as well. And so that has prompted us to introduce nebulizing the molecules in the nebulizer for him. So we've increased his dosage, and now we're playing with, doing the nebulizer because that's another entryway, just to get more molecules in him, and using the gel on the neck and all the things, just trying to get as many molecules into him as possible.
What would you say has been the most beneficial about the gel form of Redox?
I would say that frozen shoulder, just getting that range of motion back on this arm. I mean, it was just months. It was like a good 6 months, with the not being able to do anything. I couldn't even help, brush my hair with it. Not that I brushed my hair, but washing my hair. I was
Mm,
doing everything with the left hand because this elbow hurts so bad. So, just getting that range of motion back with that gel has been miraculous. But the gel's so good for so many things, cuts and scrapes and burns and blisters and all kinds of stuff. So it's been tremendous.
I'm believing helps improve circulation to bring more nutrients to that area and cells to regenerate and repair, or if they can't repair themselves, to kill themselves. Correct?
I don't know how they work really, but I know that they do work. I know they're helping those cells signal. So, however that's going on, great. Glory, hallelujah, and praise the Lord. Because I tell you, that shoulder was no joke.
Yeah, frozen shoulders, no fun.
No, no fun at all. In
I
fact, it's the
mean,
opposite. It's a lot of misery, is what it is.
no kidding. It's like you get to here, and then in further, it's like, "Ugh."
I know it's awful. Well, I'll tell you, I wish I'd had this when I was back a long time ago, honey. Probably before you were born. I used to be a personal trainer, and I wish I'd had this back then because it's so great for. I don't think I think some of it too might be from all the lifting, the scar tissue and stuff. And I think with that, the my personal opinion is that that gel might have helped me, not feel better now, because I would have gotten more repair and stuff from the muscles and tissues.
You have to be consistent with it. I'm thankful because I run a personal training company
Yes.
as the
Yes, you
Mighty
do.
Miracle Man, so I'm very familiar with those kind of injuries.
Yes, you are. You know what's up more than anybody, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, and they didn't call it frozen shoulder because I had calcium buildup in my
Um,
shoulder, so I couldn't move it past here without excruciating pain. But now,
Look at you now. Your whole body's a miracle.
yes, Redox helps with bodybuilding, weight training, cardio, even beauty. They also have products for energy and sleep and the collagen for your wrinkles, right?
All that, all that, and so much more. It's so true.
Yes. So what's one piece of advice you would give to our audience?
I would say, I would tell everyone, these are worth trying. If you have cells, you should probably try this and see what you get out of it and give it a full 90 days, do a full 90-day trial. If you see negative at first, keep going. If you see nothing at all, play with that dosage and up it. But I think everybody, if you're made of cells, you ought to try this. And that's my best advice to anyone at this point. I mean, I'm blown away. I was so skeptical. Um, but yeah, I'm a believer for sure.
Mm, and I'm sure you know why I'm a believer.
Yes.
If you haven't seen my story, I posted it on my channel on YouTube. I'm sure
Yes.
you have, but
Yes, I have. You sent me that link.
anyone
It's
else,
amazing. I'm sure all your followers are familiar with it too. It's an incredible story and everybody should hear it.
oh yeah, thank you. So I just have one more question before we have to end it. So
Okay.
where can people find you?
Oh, sure. The easiest way to find me is on Facebook. It's Thalia, Thalia, and my last name is Baudin, Baudin. And if they can find you, they can probably find me because we're Facebook friends too.
Yes, and I'll link that in the description.
Yes. I think on Facebook, if you typed in facebook.com/Mama Warrior, you would find me that way too. That's an easy way.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to
It,
chat with me.
oh, anytime. It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me. It's really fun.
Of